Hey, so these are your 7.3 notes. Make sure that you pause the video when you need to, and let me know if you have questions. Okay, so we're doing double and half angle formulas. I know you're sick and tired of hearing this, but you're going to be seeing these a lot in calculus, and so I'm just going to show you how you can use them with the stuff that we've been doing, but you will use them a lot more when you get to calc next year. Okay, so this is your first formula, sine of 2x, so that's why it's called a double angle, because there's two, equals this. I'm going to prove to you why that is so that you don't have to memorize this and that you can just derive it yourself. But if you want to just memorize it, that's fine. So here's the proof. Here's why it is the way it is. Okay, so sine of 2x is the same as sine of x plus x. And I'm going to use that expansion formula that we've been doing. So sine is sine, cosine, cosine, sine. And what's plus is plus. Okay, so you can see that these are the exact same thing. If you want, you can rearrange it to look exactly the same. And so you get two of those. That's why that's true. So if you forget what the double angle formula is for sine, you can just derive it. And it doesn't take long. So make sure you have this formula written down. The next double angle formula is cosine of 2x. And it equals this. And this one's kind of tricky because there's multiple ways this can be written. So I'm going to show you all of those. And which one you want to use is up to you. Okay, so cosine of x plus x. And I'm going to expand that. So cosine x minus sine x sine x. These are just those formulas that we were doing in 7.2. So that gives me cosine squared minus sine squared. So you can actually use this if you want, if you know what both cosine and sine are. You can also, you had this on your quiz, where you can rewrite cosine to be 1 minus sine squared. That's one of our identities. Combine your like terms and you get 1 minus 2 sine squared. That works. Or another option is starting from this point. Instead of rewriting cosine squared, I could rewrite sine squared as 1 minus cosine squared. And I can distribute, combine like terms, so I get 2 cosine squared, read that kind of weird, and minus 1. All three of these are correct for the double angle formula. I just picked one to write up here. I don't care which one you use, it's totally up to you, okay? So you really don't need to memorize all three. You really don't need to memorize any of them because you can derive it pretty simply. Alright, so tangent of 2x, again I'm going to show you how to get this formula. And so with tangent, it's x plus x. I'm going to use my addition formula. So we do tangent x plus tangent x all over 1 minus tangent x times tangent x. So when you combine like terms, you get 2 tangent x on the top, and in the denominator, you get squared. You can really see how quickly these can be done. So if you know your 7.2 stuff really well, then you don't need to memorize these, but it's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're actually going to do with these formulas. A lot of this is going to feel like review from earlier in the year where we did a lot of right triangle stuff. We are still talking about sine, cosine, tangent, and remember, you've got your SOHCAHTOA, opposite over hypotenuse, all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by turning this information into a right triangle picture. And so cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. I'm going to draw a right triangle. And I'm just going to say x is here. So adjacent is 2, hypotenuse is 3. I'm going to do Pythagorean theorem to figure out what this piece is. So I've got 2 squared plus b squared plus c squared. So that would be 9 minus 4, which is 5. So b is the square root of 5. I'm just quickly doing Pythagorean theorem there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use those double angle formulas that I just showed you where those came from, using what we did last time. And so the cosine of 2x, that actually had 3 different formulas that you can use. It's totally up to you which one you want to use. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead. I already have my cosine ratio. I'm going to go ahead and just figure out what my sine ratio is. If you want, you can figure out your tangent, but I'm actually going to show you a tricky trick for that, okay? So we've got sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And if we're in quadrant 2, let me draw my astronaut style taco cheese, compliments of Kayla Turner. And quadrant 2 is sine's quadrant. So sine will be positive. Everyone else will be negative. Okay, so it takes 2 seconds to figure out tangent, so let's go ahead and do it. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, and it will be negative. Okay, so we have all 3 trig ratios. This is 100% review from stuff we did earlier in the year, so this is nothing new so far. Now here comes the new part, just plugging numbers into a formula. So if you look at your notes, cosine of 2x, you have 3 different formulas. It does not matter which one you use. I could use cosine squared minus sine squared, which means I'm just going to take cosine squared minus sine squared. I could use 2 times cosine squared minus 1, or I could do 1 minus sine squared. So it all depends on what you want to do. Okay? I'm just going to use cosine squared minus sine squared. And I can even do other ones if you want. Or if you want to pick a different one, you're going to see it does not matter. So I'm going to use the formula cosine squared minus sine squared. Okay, because the other 2 are just versions, different versions of this using your identities. So cosine squared is, cosine is negative 2/3, square that. And sine squared is radical 5 over 3 squared. So I'm going to square each individual piece. When you square a fraction, you just square the numerator and the denominator. So this will become 4/9 minus, when you square a radical, you just get the whole number. 4/9 minus 5/9. So that is going to be negative 1/9. And that is the final answer for cosine of 2x. That's all you have to do. If you know your basic trig ratios, SOHCAHTOA, if you know what quadrant things are in, which that's all of you, and then you can just derive or memorize one of those 3 formulas, just plug it in. This one might actually, I'm going to recommend that you use this formula instead of the other 2, just because this will allow you to get the answer in a quicker way. You're not going to have to worry about getting a least common denominator. Okay? Alright, so sine of 2x, that's a different formula. It's 2 times sine times cosine. So I'm going to take my sine fraction, radical 3 over 5, and my cosine, which is negative 2/3. Technically, this is 2 over 1, if you want to write it like that. So I'm just going to go straight across. We've got 2 times 2 is negative 4. Just slap on the radical 5. 3 times 3 is 9. And I can't reduce that, so you're done. The end. 2 ways you can do part C. One is you can use the formula that we talked about earlier. That one is kind of, it's easy to derive. It's not so fun to just memorize. I'm going to show you an easier way. So you could basically, I'm going to give you permission to not worry about memorizing the tangent 2x formula, because we know that tangent is sine over cosine. So if I just know what sine of 2x is, and divide that by the cosine of x, or 2x, flip and multiply, cross cancel, a negative over negative is positive, and you're done. Alright, let's do another one of these. So secant is 2, which means cosine is the reciprocal of that. It would have been 1/2. And we're in quadrant 4. So quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. That means cosine will be positive and the other ones will be negative. So let's go ahead and figure out what those ratios are. We know they're negative. I'm going to have to draw a right triangle. And put an X there. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And I want to know this piece is, so 1 squared plus b squared equals 2 squared. That's 4 minus 1, which is 3. Take the square root. All right, so basic Pythagorean theorem. Now I'm going to just write my ratios. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Really, you could skip finding tangent because I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use what I find about sine and cosine to help me with that. So I'm going to find, again, the cosine of 2x, the sine of 2x, and tangent of 2x. This would be a good time to pause the video and try these yourself, especially now that I've got you all set up here with the review, because you're just plugging numbers into a formula, squaring them, and then combining like terms. Okay, so cosine of 2x is 2 cosine, actually I'm using a different formula. I'm going to use the one I mentioned earlier. I'm going to use cosine squared minus sine squared. I already know that cosine is 1/2 and sine is negative radical 3 over 2. Square this, you get 1/4. Square that, you get 3/4. And 1/4 minus 3/4 is negative 2/4, which reduces to negative 1/2. Sine of 2x, 2 sine x cosine x. That would be 2 times sine times cosine. Just go straight across. So that's negative 2 radical 3 all over 4. If you want, you could have canceled one of these 2's out, or you can just reduce here. So it's negative radical 3 over 2. Those values probably look familiar. It's your unit circle stuff, so if you recognize that, that's fine too. Tangent 2x, you're going to take on your sine and divide by your cosine. And I don't mean the original sine and cosine, I do mean because it's 2x, I'm going to take sine of 2x and divide by cosine of 2x. So you want to be clear about that. And what did I get for sine of 2x? Negative radical 3 over 2, divide by negative 1/2. And when you flip, twos cancel, negative times negative is positive. There we go. Okay, so that is it for the double angle formulas. I'm going to go to the half angle formulas. I'm going to start a new video for that. So once you feel good about this stuff, go ahead and move on to the half angles.